Hey, hi guys, welcome back to our interesting playlist that is a master link query. So in this video, we are going to understand the important method that is a concat, append and prepend. Okay, so many times during the development, we need to think about this method. So people are going to confuse when we can select the concat method, when we can select the append method. So even in interview, people are going to ask the question like, so what is the difference between concat and append? So yeah, so I'm going to clear that concept practically how we can use this method in UiPath. So in case you are new, please subscribe to this channel. Yeah, so I'm going to start this. Okay, so first of all, we are going to understand this method that is a concat. So what exactly this method and how we can implement this method in UiPath? So concat means concat. It is going to concat the or merge the two collection. So concat purpose we required a two collection. Collection one a dot concat in bracket we need to put the collection two. So then it is able to uh, concat the two collection. Okay, so how we can do that? So I'm going to write that query. See, suppose I have two array. So like for example, suppose this is my first array, this is having data like 1 comma 2 comma 3, and my second array is this one array underscore 2. Okay, so having data is that 4 comma 5 comma 6. So this is my two collection. So I want to get the output having collection having data like 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so how we can achieve that? I want to merge these two collection. So, like using this method, concat method, first collection dot concat. We need to mention the concat. In bracket, we need to put the second collection. My second collection name is two. So finally, we need to create another collection. So that is we need to put the dot to array. So output collection dot to array. Okay, so yeah, dot to array. So this is nothing but a concat. So what is the meaning of this append? Concat is it going to concat the two collection, means merge the two collection. We will get the output collection having all items. Okay, but what is the purpose of this append? Append it is going to same, it's work like same like this concat, but it append purpose it required a single item, not a collection. For example, suppose I want to add the one item into the collection, so that is possible in append, not a concat. For example, so suppose this is my array. Okay, so I want to append one data. Okay, so append in bracket we need to put the one data only, single value, single item, single element, not a collection. So it is going to merge the two collection, and it is going to merge the one collection and one value. Suppose I want to append this value into this collection, that is a possible using this append method, but this is not able to do that, and this is not able to do the append the two collection. Okay, or concat the two collection. So that is a major difference. Okay, so that is the main difference between these two. Concat purpose we required a two collection. Okay, concat the concat the collection. Okay, and append it is going to append the single value. Okay, so not a collection. So let me, I'm going to clearly mention in practically in UiPath Studio. So I'm going to open this UiPath Studio. Okay, so here I'm going to create a two variable. Okay, so that is nothing but a array underscore one, and this is my integer kind of array. So here I'm going to select that one. Sorry, yeah, this one. Okay, again I'm going to create one more variable. So that is array underscore two, and this is also same like that array of integer. Okay, so I have two array variable. Okay, let me, I'm going to add the data into that array. So take a to assign activity. Okay, so first this is my first array having data is like 1 comma 2 comma 3, and this is my second array. Okay, having data is like 4 comma 5 comma 6. Yeah, so this is my two collection. Okay, I'm going to concat these two collection. Okay, so this is my array one dot concat. Okay, in bracket we need to mention the second collection, and my result store in the array. So dot to array. Yeah, dot to array. Either you can create a new array variable for storing this output, otherwise directly I'm going to mention this message box. Okay, so you can implement the separate like create a output array variable and store that result into that. Okay, so directly I'm going to display this array. So display purpose, all item which is available into this array, so I'm going to display as a string. So first of all I'm going to join the all item from that array into this string. Okay, so array, yeah, string dot join, string dot join in bracket comma separated by, I need to separate the all item which is available into this resultant array, result array. So yeah, I'm going to click on save. I'm going to run this. Let's see what happens. So it is going to concat the all items from this collection, both collection. So create a new array. So that array result array is going to display here 1 2 3 4 5 6. Yeah, so even I'm trying to do that, like suppose I want to append the two collections. So yeah, it is possible or not. I'm going to check that one. Okay, so array one. So dot. Here I'm going to mention the method that is a append, and I'm trying to append the second collection. Yeah, so UiPath is just going to throw the error. So what result found? So that result means a nested array. So 1 comma 2 comma 3 and again array 4 comma 5 comma 6. So this is not able to this array is not able to store this kind of data. So that's why it is going to showing this error. Okay, yeah, it is possible, but that result should be like this, and this is not capable to store this kind of data, that is array. Okay, so that's why I'm going to mention the only two values, suppose 1 2 3, and finally I'm going to store the last data, that is a 10. Okay, I'm going to click on save. It is going to append the 10 value into this collection. Append means append the single value into that collection. Okay, yeah, so we need, yeah, this is the array, so I'm going to display the array. So how we can display the array? So I'm going to write that string dot join, string dot again join in bracket double quotes. So we need to separate her and separated by this comma, and finally I need to close this bracket. So now it is we can able to see this array. So it is going to concat append the 10 value into the existing collection 1 2 3 comma 10. Yeah, this is the use of append. So next we have a prepend method. So what exactly this prepend? Suppose this is my collection. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to add the single value, but not a last. From not, I need to append the single value, but not in last. I need to keep that value into the starting of this collection. First time, okay. First, my first value is be will be 10. So how we can achieve that? Okay, so instead of append, I am going to use a prepend. Okay, so instead of append, I am going to use a prepend. Yeah, so it is going to add this 10 value starting of this collection. Yeah, so that is nothing but a prepend. Pre means first. We can consider first starting of that collection. It is going to append the starting of that collection. Yeah, so 10 comma 1 comma 3 2 comma 3. So this is the interview question, guys. So many people so many times people are going to ask this question. Suppose I have a collection and I want to add the single value and starting of that collection. How we can achieve that? So that answer will be like, so we need to prepend that value into that collection. So this is a use of this prepend method. So let's see, we are going to understand in terms of this data table. Okay, suppose I have two data table, correct? So what I need to do, I need to use this append and prepend in terms of that data table. Okay, so I'm going to create a two dt1 and dt2 data table. So dt underscore 11. Okay, so this is my first data table. Okay, and second is the dt underscore 2 and this is my second data table. So what I need to do, I need to use this append and prepend into this data table. So we are going to understand that things. Suppose I have two data tables. This is very useful query, guys. Suppose I have two data table. I want to concat. I want to merge the two data table without merge data table activity. Suppose I have two data table. I want to append that two data table. So how we can achieve that? So directly we have a method. So data table dot as enumerable. So this is nothing but a iteration kind of things. Okay. So dot or dot. So I'm going to mention the concat. In bracket, we need to pass the second collection. So dot as enumerable again, as enumerable, and my result should be like data table. So that's why I'm going to mention the coffee to data table. Yeah. So this query is going to merge the two collection. Very important query, guys. So many times we need to think about this query. So I have two data table. I want to merge that two data table. How it is possible without merge data table activity? So this is cool. Query is going to help for you. Okay. Suppose instead of that, I'm trying to use a append. Suppose like we have a data table and having 10 rows, and I want to add one more row into that data table. How we can do that? I want to add the one row into that data table, existing data table. So how we can achieve that? So directly we have activity add data row, but I don't want to use that activity. So how it is possible? So you can use this query or like instead of concat, I'm going to mention the append, append. Okay, append. So here we need to pass the data row variable. So let me, I'm going to create a data row variable. So I'm going to create a data row variable, data row, and which type of data row? Yeah. Suppose I have row. Data table means what? So collection of data row. So in data table we have a collection of data row. Okay. So I'm going to append this row into that collection. This is my data table, and I'm going to append this data row last of this data table. Okay, it is going to add the one row into the data table. So this is instead of that add data row activity, you can use this query. So this is also very important query, guys. Okay, suppose like so we have a data table and having 100 row. So what I need to do, I need to add one more row, but before the starting of that means first, that is the first row. Okay, I don't want to add the row last of that last as a last row. Okay, I need to add the first row. How we can do that? Okay, so instead of this append, we need to put the prepend. It is going to add this row starting of this data table. Okay, that is a first row, prepend. Okay, so this is use of this prepend method. Yeah, so this is all about the like concat, append, and prepend. Concat, it is going to concat the two collection. Append, it is going to append the single value, and prepend, it is going to prepend the single value starting of the collection. Okay, it is going to add the value starting of that collection. Okay, so that is the use of this prepend method. So these are all method, very important method. So many times we need to think about this method. So yeah, hope you understand all that things. Okay, so in case you have any question, any query, so you can put into the comment box. Okay, so thanks for watching this video.